Good evening, YouTube. Hardball Crazy here, coming back with a video. This video is 3-card mail day. Results of my most recent eBay promotion. I had 5% eBay bucks promotion last week, so I made 3 purchases. Nothing outrageously huge. One card is kind of a little bit of high dollar card, but all 3 are nice additions to my collection, I believe. All 3 are pre-war players, but only one's really a pre-war card. I have an autograph, a relic, and a card for my Hall of Fame collection. Um, I will also give you my main 2020 goal for this year in my collection. So I'm going to start out, usually go with the smallest to the biggest cards. I'm going to start with the biggest card to the smallest because that's the smallest one is what I'll be talking about the most with my 2020 collection. Okay, my biggest purchase for the eBay bucks is one card I've been eyeing, or at least is a relic card, and a relic of this player I've been eyeing since basically 2001 when the first one came out. Is a bat card of one of the most iconic players, Joe Jackson. This is 2008 Donruss Threads. Card is numbered out of 6 to 10. It says on here, it says been used by Joe Jackson in a game use thing. If we believe all that, I'm pretty confident it is, I guess. So is this a piece of Black Betsy? I don't know. Joe Jackson's nicknamed his bat Black Betsy. So is this a piece of Black Betsy? I always wanted Joe Jackson bat card when the 2001 Les P Legendary Cuts bat card inserts came out. So I always kind of had it in a back burner and looking for one, and came close to pulling trigger. Got outbid a few times and decided, I was watching that ESPN thing on Joe Jackson and Pete Rose a couple weeks ago, and that night I decided, what the hell? I had eBay bucks, there for that, a couple of days after that. So I said, what the hell? It's fresh in my mind. It's good time to trigger it. So I finally got myself a Joe Jackson relic card, piece of Black Betsy, I assume. Second one is a autograph Hall of Famer of I don't know, it's a obscure set, I guess. Set. It's Hall of Famer Rick Farrell. He's a Hall of Fame catcher with the Senators and Red Sox predominantly. You see him pictured the Tigers. If you know your Rick Farrell stats, you know he never really played for the Tigers. But I wanted to add this to my Tiger collection. Post-playing days, he was a coach for the Tigers, scout. I think he was in the front office, and basically he spent his rest of his baseball career, post-playing days, affiliated with the Detroit Tigers in some capacity. So this is his This is a J.D. McCarthy postcard. These postcards were released from 1950 to like the early 80s or so. Many players, multiple cards of different postcards from different players. We don't know exactly what year this thing is produced, or how many cards are in the set. It's kind of an obscure thing. I believe these cards were purchased or handed out or given to or available for the players for their autograph requests. They're usually all black and white, and there are stars in them. There are Hall of Famers within this compartment. There's the big stars in there, like the Ted Williams and the Hank Aaron's, and Ernie Banks, and Pete Rose, and all the way up to about 1980 or so. So it's all full of stuff. And you can find these on eBay quite often. I believe the higher, more demand ones is actually if it's got postmarked in the back, because we know what year they came out in. There's different backs, I guess, but I don't know too much about these J.D. McCarthy postcards. J.D. McCarthy is a Detroit-based photographer, I guess, or at least made these postcards. So I wanted a Rick Farrell autograph for my Detroit Tiger collection, so that's a nice card for my collection. And if you're watching Bank Scott, I will give you my my Tiger Hall of Fame collection, what I have up to what I have right now, next week or so. I got something coming in the mail. I'll give you what I have so far in my collection. My last one is probably the cheapest one. It's Manager of 1940 Play Ball, Bill McKechnie. Just a raw card. I got it dirt cheap. Got such a chirp deep price and it's a decent condition. You only have the rough edges. I got this like for less than a blaster box. Quite a bit less, like $15 or so. For a 1940 play ball, no creases. It's just bad corners is basically the only thing wrong with it. So this is add to my Hall of Fame collection. This is be my 12th manager, I believe. And I'm trying to go. My main goal for 2020 goal is to get to 200 Hall of Fame cards of the playing days or slash manager days or whatnot, active days, I guess, and for my collection. Right now, including the 2020 electees, I have 171 players, 12 managers, and 3 execs. So that's a total of 186 or so. And so that's 200 should be pretty easy to get, but I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to try to get to 200 with just the players. So I need 29 players for my collection of Hall of Fame active days. The ones I need are all older guys. The only guy who's active Major League Baseball manager, I'm excluding the Negro Leaguers because they're either, you find a very hard to find those Cuban Toleteros or Caramelo Deportivo cards or whatever. Those are like super expensive trying to find them active those guys. But just MLB guys, MLB players, the only guy who's played in the 1950s to present I need is a Joe DiMaggio. The only player I need beyond DiMaggio who played the decade in 1940s to present I don't have a playing days card is Lefty Grove. The rest of the cards I need are older guys. Mostly are the T206 era. I need a lot of T206 guys. So they're not hard to get. Obviously, I need like the big guns like a Garrigan Ruth and Wagner and Cobb and all those, but Walter Johnson and Christy Mathewson. So I'm not sure how many of those I'm actually going to get. So my goal is 200 Hall of Famers by the end of 2020. 200 2020. And I'm trying to get 200 players as I can. If I don't get it, I will at least have 200, including the managers and execs. There you have it. That's my eBay Bucks purchases last week. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.